This lunar activity represents ancestors, chaos, and closure. This full moon, we have the opportunity to tap into the ancestral realms, the angelic realms, the spiritual realms. This could also be through our dreams. This eclipse happens on the 28th of October at 4:24 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that's at the 5th degree of Taurus. This is a hunter's moon. So the hunter represents life and death, because a hunter has to provide subsistence for themselves as well as for their family. So they have to go out and hunt. But through that process of hunting, that takes a deal of skill and intuition that are both represented by Scorpio. But another thing about it is that they have to kill their prey, and then they have to, provide for the family. So this whole symbiotic relationship, going back to the black and white, going back to the positive and negative, going back to the cycle of life. So this is about appreciation, and it's also about sacrificing and being able to receive. This 5th degree Sabian symbol is a widow at an open grave. So that means that, the death just happened. It's new. This 5th degree is also represented by the 5 of Pentacles. It's like, it's nothing that really has happened, but it's more so about the worry of something bad happening. So when we understand that a lot of this happens in the mind, and it may be fresh wounds that are open that we have to address, but it's very closely related to allowing things to release out of your system, putting it into the ground and burying it, and allowing it to go through the natural process of breaking down to offer substance to that new soil so something new can be birthed there. This is all about regeneration, all of the symbolism, regeneration, letting go. Referring back to the destructive nature of Scorpio, so you have the birth that happens, when a woman is pregnant, amniotic fluid, the nutrients that they receive from the mother, and the whole birthing process with the water breaks, and that represents, so you have life with amniotic fluid. When the water breaks, what happens is destruction. The water floods out. So this represents like the story of Noah, where the earth was rebirthed through the washing of the sins, or the washing of the impurities. So this represents rebirth and regeneration. It's definitely going to affect all of the fixed signs, which are Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, and Leo. These four symbols are also represented on the Wheel of Fortune card. So if you're part of the Instagram membership, you would know that card just recently came out during this week. That also represents the 4 apostles. This represents success. This represents a new leaf that's turning over. But with this fixed energy, it can be very difficult to be able to let go and let God. Let go of something that you need to let go so you can move through this next phase of your life. So lunar activity represents ancestors, chaos, and closure. This could just be looking back over the accomplishments and the defeats that your ancestors encountered. How did they handle the situation? What was beneficial for them, and where they could have improved, or where you can improve upon their story. How can you add to your family's lineage? So this has everything to do with ancestry, maybe looking into your ancestors, just reverencing them by just looking into their stories, representing them as best you can by living your true life's purpose, and maybe just coming through old pictures, retelling stories that they told you or that you remember about them. This is very important because this will carry on and build an energy. That's what ancestors represent, building an energy, building upon the story that they have already told and they lived out, and you can add on to that story. This could also be you representing your children and connecting with your children by telling those old stories that your family from your family and passing that down. And the chaos is tapping into the spiritual realms, seeing what you can bring into this world and what you need to let go. And that's where that closure comes in, being able to let go. If you're part of the membership, I will be posting a small ritual for this lunar activity. Typically on eclipses, it's best not to do a ritual, but with this one, this is more like a departing and letting go ritual. So you can check that out, Instagram membership, and I will talk to you guys on the next video, which will be not just the Lilith video that's coming up. You can also read that blog post, as well as the Witch of Endor that's coming up really soon, but I will definitely post a video for the next lunar activity, which will be the new moon in Scorpio. So until next time, you guys, make sure you check out the links in the bio. Also, my new book is on Amazon. You can check that out, all about biblical divination and even more. I will talk to you guys later. All right, peace.